Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Nadia Touch. I help you re-energize your body and life through transformation of habits in mindset, nutrition, and fitness. This month, of course, it's February. It's all about love, loving yourself, loving others, the universe, your community. So I am bringing the best people around me, my personal life, my profession, and I'd love to interview them and see how they approach self-care, self-love, and the expertise they would like to share with us. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce Lynda Toth. She is my most important person of today. Lynda is a former nurse with a master in hospital administration. I'm going to read a little bit of introduction here. She currently serves in the Department of Defense on the Surgeon General medical side and a Navy Reservist veteran. I think this is the word that comes more difficult to me. She also recently became a grandma for the second time. Her passion is missions and giving back to the community. She's currently working with sleepinginheavenlypeace.org, what a beautiful name, in Frederick, where no kids sleep on the floor. They build beds and deliver them with complete pillows, sheets, and blankets to families in need, supporting international kids and orphanage in Texas, while still having time to work her business. She's an owner of Living Healthy for Eternity. Lynda will be talking to us today about immunity and how to keep it strong. What a hot topic right now. Everyone stay warm. Lynda, please share with us the story. How did you end up teaching health and nutrition from where you were and what you have been through?
Well, it's an easy thing, and thank you for that wonderful introduction. When I was in my early 20s, I faced two kind of health crises. I was married and had a premature son who weighed 1.5 pounds. And with 1.5 pounds, you are very concerned about nutrition and wanting the best to help have a healthy child. And that's where my focus came in. That's how I got into using organic everything and going to the health food stores and reading and what was the best for your children, because they constantly got a lot of middle ear infections, and it was like one thing after another after another. You use pharmaceutical things and they don't always work, or they have a lot of side effects. And then moving along quite quickly, my husband ended up having cancer. He had skin cancer and eventually succumbed to that. So I was very, very much concerned about using the best of the best. And I turned to organic, healthy nutrition. And that's what got me into it. And that's where I started.
So and I know you're really passionate about helping nurses, helping the healthcare professionals as well. And keeping the strong immunity system is really important. So what can you tell us about what really compromises our immune system?
Well, nurses and the medical profession, we give 100, I want to say 150% to 360% of ourselves. We get run down, we get exhausted, we get tired, and we are not always taking care of ourselves. And if we don't take care of ourselves, one of the first things that gets compromised is our immune system. And remember, there are all kinds of staff and germs and everything in the hospital. And sometimes we even bring home the viruses on our clothes. That's how bad we can infect our families and stuff. So one of the biggest things is to know your body. When you start feeling that exhaustion and stuff and you don't have time to eat, one of the first things we do is just grab what's ever in that, what's ever being dispensed.
Not guilty.
And you know, the old saying, we are what we eat, we are what we eat. And the sugars and the fast food stuff compromises our immune system, and then everything starts in the gut. And then if you compromise that immune system and the sugars, it just brings it down, and then you're vulnerable to what's ever out there that your body can now not fight because the wall has been compromised. So that's really, really starts. So it's very important to make sure you have a healthy gut.
So what compromises, and I'm making some notes here, is I heard environment. Really be very mindful what's in your environment, to the point what's on your clothes.
That's
And
very, very true.
when you're under stress, besides emotional overwhelm and stress, I'm going to grab something that is easy and tasty. Again, not guilty. But what I'm also doing is damaging my gut health. So the gut health is also very crucial for immune system.
That's right. You need to have those prebiotics and those probiotics to sit there and take all the bad stuff out, let's say, and build up your gut to make, because if you think about it, everything comes in your body two ways. You either breathe it in or you put it in. And those two processes is what goes through your system and then eventually gets cleaned out through your gut and then into your intestines and then out of your body. So if you don't have the right balance in there, you're either going to get a high or a low, and all that starts making the process break down. And it's like, everything is not flowing as easily as it should be. And that produces the compromising of your system.
Yeah. So the most important steps to follow is really be very mindful. What am I doing that might compromise my immune system? And the two things that I hear you saying is what's in your system and what's outside of your system. So in and out. What you're putting in your system goes through your system, and the gut is also controlling how healthy you are.
That's true. And the easiest thing to remember is try to eat as healthy as you can. And, grab an apple. The old saying, apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, it's kind of true in a sense. That apple helps to clean out. It gives you fiber. It gives you all the nutrients that you need. It helps sustain you. It helps make you feel full. And then walking helps you, detox, and water helps you flush. Notice I said water. I didn't say grab a soda, grab a juice. I said
but
water.
Coffee has liquid too.
No.
Yeah. Coffee is not water.
No, and the coffee acts like a diuretic too, and so as those diuretics pull stuff out, you're imbalancing your fluids and your electrolytes, okay? And so then you're pulling out water and you're not putting in, and thereby sometimes you get very constipated, or the other way around. And then now you're out of balance, and then it's almost like a domino effect. You have other issues within your own body.
Yeah. So speaking of which, we started talking about the nutrition. Can you tell us a little more? How do I know that nutrition that I'm putting in my body is good quality for my immune system? And even though I may buy natural or organic food in the store, how do I know that it's a good quality? So can you tell us about that a little more?
Well, there's a couple of things you want to look at. Good quality, let's focus on what it's made out of. You want to know what that product is made out of. You want to be able to read it. You don't want to get all the chemical names for it. You should be able to understand and really read what's in that label and know what's in that label. And then you should be able to understand if it does what it says it's do without any side effects. That's real important. The second thing is it proven? Has it had clinical trials? Is it scientific? You need to know those things. And is it organic? Yeah, let's hope. And is it guaranteed? Can you take it back and say it's not working? Oh, I don't think so. So
not in a regular store.
Right? Not at a regular store. So those are some of the real easy things to look at. And does it have a patent on it? Anything that works and you want to stand behind your product, it should have a patent on it, because it means it's been clinical tested, it's been patent proven, and it meets all the criteria of what you really want to understand is really important for your immune system.
Wow, that is so good. And I know that is why when you and I met a long time ago, you love the company Sheppy because of that. What's on the label, proven, guaranteed, and even if you don't like the flavor, you can return or replace the product. So can you tell me why, maybe additional your personal input, why did you choose this company for especially nutrition among other companies?
Well, and I will say this from being in Texas and being around so many different viruses in there. One of the biggest things is we call a cedar fever. You could literally see yellow all over your car. And it was like from the middle of, I want to say, October into February, I would get all the allergies, the histamines, could barely breathe, laryngitis, all the effects from the cedar fever. And I was always looking for something natural that would not compromise my system. And so I would go to the health food stores and look up things and like use the echinacea and the golden seal and the garlic and the vitamin C and the zinc and all those things.
Slow down, I'm writing it down.
But those were things you couldn't get all together, you always had to get, and you spent a whole, nothing organic is cheap, but your health, as I always say, your health equals your wealth. It's
Right.
better for you to spend the money on something that you know is going to work and is proven than to be compromised and being sick, and then you would give anything to get your health back. So prevention is really where it's at.
Yeah.
And I think that is my biggest thing. Does it really work? Is it organic? Is it proven? Is it does what it says it does? And that's what drove me to Shackley. And I was the first thing I said, I want to try everything. I want to see if it really works. And I was like blown away of how all these products work. And I can tell you myself from using just the alfalfa, let's say the alfalfa, that root goes down like 20 feet and gets all the nutrients that we don't get anymore in our system. By doing that and then watching when I traveled so much that I didn't drink the water because I had no idea that there's different levels of bacteria in the water in every state. It's all different. And just by not drinking filtered water, you're like, oh my goodness, I would start doing the different allergies and stuff. And then I was given a tip, which is if ever that you go anywhere and you don't know if the water is filtered, always get it from the soda fountain, because the soda fountain has to use filtered water to make their drinks taste good. So that's one of an easy thing. And another thing you can really tell is just by looking at the ice. If the ice is clear, you know that that's filtered water. And there's two types. It's just reverse osmosis and usually distilled that you want to stay with that helps keep that immune system out. And again, I will say water washes out the toxins, and you need to detox and get all the bad sugars and stuff out just to keep your immunity at the highest possible level to fight what's ever out there.
Oh, yes. So Lynda, what I hear is with your personal journey for your husband, for your child, you personally, also helping the missions, what you're really passionate about is utilizing the environment, utilizing what can I do with my body to help my immune system, because my immunity is my health.
Absolutely.
And nutrition, water, healthy gut are so crucial for that. And what you're advocating is for the personal emotional care, but also nutritional care. Really be mindful of what you're putting in your body nutrition wise, like daily food, read your label, but also this supplemental. So if my body needs, let's say more, you mentioned it a few times, probiotics. So are they proven? Are they effective? Do they work? I remember a long time ago, I heard this, and I actually still use that when I hear someone is using supplements. I ask them, do they work? If the answer is, well, I don't know, how long have you been using them? A few years. If you don't know if they work, they probably don't. So sometimes we used to have this preconception that organic products are maybe not, takes longer, but it's a good quality product. Yes, they may not be as cheap, but they work. And why would I cut on my own health and nutrition and then get sick and pay the doctor? I'd rather actually invest in my health for using good quality products, organic produce, beyond organic supplements, and be healthier longer and be a walking testimonial. That's what I hear that you are doing. Did I summarize it
Exactly.
correctly?
You summarized it greatly and you hit the nail on the head. I mean, it's the best thing is you keep your immunity up. And women, like I say, run a mile a minute, and we're always juggling so many balls in the air and trying to keep everybody healthy and helping. And so, but our best thing is to take care of our own selves. We need to take care of us first. And even like when you're in the airlines, let's say, and you're on a plane and something's happening, what do they tell you to do? Put your face mask on first before you help everybody else. And I want to say one of the easiest things to do to help with with us is that vitamin B complex. It's known as the women's happy pill because it really is. It's water soluble. It comes out of our system every day. That also helps with the stress. You need a stress relief that has more of the vitamin B complex and other things you need. And then there's my other happy thing that I go to is my vitalizer. That vitamin C little tablet has 16 oranges in it at one time. That's fantastic. When you can put that in an 8 ounces of water and drink that hot or cold, and then throw in a triple boost that has the zinc in it, has your vitamin D3 in it, and has, then it's a triple antibiotic in it. And you just throw that in there, drink it, you're good to go. You know what you're putting in is fantastic. And you've got the energy, you are fortified, you have like that little shield all around your body now, and you can keep going.
All right, Lynda, I know you know quite a lot on the nutrition, and we just can't keep talking about that. So if somebody wants to connect with you, find you, maybe ask a question, or even try and use the products that you're talking about, how can we find you?
Great question. I have a website. It's called givehelpforeternity@gmail.com. And then you can also go to my my website at Shackley, which is pws.shackley.com /Lynda Toth, and that's LYNDA TOTH. And then you should be able to find me, and you can look at the products, you can read them, and I talk the walk, I walk the talk, as we say, because that's what I do to keep my immunity. And I can emphatically say, since I've been on the alfalfa and taken interferon and all my other products, I have not had my allergies act up and go through all that. My husband would say, Minnie Mouse is back, because I could hardly talk from the laryngitis and from traveling so much. Yeah. So I'm telling you, the products work, and I can stand by that because Shackley stands by it. And I know that it works. And I don't know what else to say. Is your immunity is what keeps you safe. And it's so important to keep it up and keep it strong. And that means cutting out all those sugars, folks. That means that white flour that's been taking all the natural nutrients out of it because it's been bleached. Let's stay away from the white flours. And when you start getting sick, one of the other big things is you start having all this mucus. That means no dairy, cut out that dairy. There's lots of alternative, milks out there, almond milk, coconut milk, all kinds of stuff. So you need to add that all into your system, because it truly you are what you eat.
Yeah, so it's again going back to the gut health, actually. Yes.
Absolutely.
So Lynda, I put your information in the comments. So if when you're watching, you would like to connect with Lynda, you have those links in the comments. If you already know someone who is introducing those products and this company to you, feel free to connect with them. If you don't have anyone, Lynda is here for you. Lynda, thank you so much. There's a lot of information I know you would love to share, and thank you for helping others to really find their optimal health through the best immunity health that we can give to our body, because that's how we love our bodies, through putting in our body the good nutrition, through the healthy mindset, and also watching our healthy environment. Thank you, Lynda, for being with us. We appreciate your expertise. And well, tune in for our next upcoming event, everyone. And please remember to help your body help you. Love yourself.
Thank you, Nadia. Thank you for having me. All right.
Thank you, Lynda.
All right.